Okay, so most of you need to understand, guys, that you are going to be left behind when the rapture happens. Most of you are hypocrites. Most of you still masturbate in secret. You watch porn. You are addicted to celebrities. Most Christians and just the world in general are going to be left behind. So if you are left behind, make sure that you buy canned food before it happens. Buy lots and lots of canned food. Mind you, you are supposed to move away from crowded places. Move away from your hood, move away from the city. You need to go into the jungle or into the wilderness. You need to be isolated, because if you're going to be among the people, they are going to turn against you, because by then they're going to be possessed. You also need to build a makeshift shelter. And I know that most of you guys won't take this seriously up until the rapture happens and you're left behind. But if you're smart, I would encourage you to invest in building the shelter now, so that you know that after the rapture you can run there. But then, if not, then you can build a makeshift shelter like this. Why? Because after the rapture, the army is coming out, and mind you, the armies across the world, they belong to Satan. So the SWAT teams and all of these teams, they belong to Satan. So they're coming out to force people to accept whatever Satan wants them to accept. So when you see these armies coming out, they're not there to protect you anymore, because now the reason why they are not attacking us is because the grace of God is still upon us here on earth. But after the rapture, that won't apply. So they will be working for their own bellies. Okay, and then after that, you'll see that the cartels will also come out. You understand? The cartels will also come out, because they also have demonic desires. Remember, now it's all everyone for himself. So everyone is now working against any goodness. Even the Americans who have huge guns, everyone who has guns, there'll be vigilante groups who are going to come out, and they're going to start grouping themselves, and they're going to cause havoc, or they're going to be protecting their things. And also, the robots are going to come out. And mind you, guys, now it's everyone for himself. It's no longer, prayer won't save you anymore. It's every man for himself now. So the robots are going to come out, and the system belongs to Satan. The system that is in them belongs to Satan. So they are going to come to do the will of Satan. So the robots are going to come out, and they are going to torture every single person who doesn't want to bow down to the will of Satan, who doesn't want to take the mark of the beast, who doesn't want to, say hail Satan. They are there for that. Even the dogs, you understand. And mind you, these robots and these AI, machines, they have no morality, they have no sympathy. So they could care less if it's your son, your mother, your daughter. If she or he won't apply or bow down to the image that they're going to create, then these robots are definitely going to kill them, or torture them, or put them in prison. Okay, so the robots are coming out, guys. You guys really, really need to take the rapture seriously, because a lot of you are going to be left behind. And mind you, even after being left behind, only 144,000 will be accepted into heaven. The rest of you are going to give in, and you're going to take the mark of the beast. So first the armies are going to come out, then the robots are going to come out, and then after that, mind you, after the rapture, it's going to be complete chaos. So after these two things come out, then the gangsters are going to come out across the world. When you go to Japan, the Yakuza will come out, because the police are no longer there. They cannot, fight against 500 gangsters at the same time. They don't have the numbers. So the Yakuza gangsters are going to come out. The Asian gangsters are going to come out. They're going to come out, and they're going to take territory. When you go to places like the Philippines or Thailand, the gangsters are going to come out. Because now there's no law and order. It's all about who can, force their way to get whatever they want. So now it's basically I don't know if you've ever watched the movie The Purge. That's how it's going to be, because there's no order. The veil of protection is gone. So the Mexican gangs are going to come out. They're going to flood America. They're going to come out of prisons. The prisons are going to be opened, because prison wardens won't be there to look after the criminals. They're going to run away to go protect their families. So eventually, the criminals are going to come out of the prisons. All the gangsters across the world, they're going to come out. And mind you, havoc is going to be the rule of the day. They're going to rape, steal, kill, take whatever they want to take. Basically, like I told you, the book of Eli or I Am Legend is going to basically be like that, whereby it's every man for himself. Whoever wants to take, they can take. All the Italian gangsters will come out, French gangsters, all of these gangsters will come out. Anyone who has a gun and has a group or has a gang, they will going to form their own group and they're going to protect their own territory, or they're going to steal other people's territory. That's going to be the rule of the day. So that's why if you guys really think that, you know what, I'll repent after the rapture, the chances of that happening are slim to none. Because in every single hood, they're going to come out. Even in African American places or in the UK, they're going to come out. Your own kids are going to be part of a gang. You understand? So, because at that time, everyone will want to protect themselves and their family. So, in order for them to have protection, they have to form some type of gang. So they need guns and they need to have a territory whereby they say, this is our space. If you come into this space, we're going to shoot you. And mind you, at that time, there's going to be chaos and, death everywhere. So people are going to be running away. So people are just going to be dying because you walk into these people's territory, trying to run away with your wife or whatever, and they'll see you as an enemy and they'll shoot you. So you guys really, really need to understand that if you are left behind, when the rapture happens, you are going to go through hell. I pray that you guys please save these videos. This is not a fairy tale whereby I'm bored. I'm just sharing. These things are going to really, really happen. Are going to happen for real. It's not just a joke. The criminals are coming out right now. It's the police that is holding them back from living their lives the way that they want to live, from doing the things that they want to do. But when the time is right, after the rapture, the police will be overwhelmed. They won't be able to guard or to arrest these people. They won't be able to do that because they're outnumbered. More especially when it comes to guns. These people have more guns. Okay? So just beware, guys. Make sure that you are sinless because the gangs will come out. Trust me when I tell you that. You are going to cry. They're going to rape you. They're going to take everything from you. They're going to beat you up. They're going to, it's going to be hell on earth. The fact that you guys see God as a forgiveness only God, whereby it doesn't matter how many times you sin, He will always forgive me. God is forgiving. That no, trust me, you will see when after the rapture, when you left behind, that when you ask for forgiveness, God will no longer hear you. Understand? At that time, most of you will claim that I'd rather die in Jesus Christ than to take. No, you're lying. You're going to take that mark of the beast because they won't just kill you, they'll torture you. So the fact that right now you can't even stand firm in Jesus Christ when they torture you with words, how can you stand firm in Jesus Christ when they torture you physically? The chances of you saying no are slim to none because you can't even take it right now when they say God doesn't exist, join us. And you can't even stand for yourself and say, by saying, no, I believe in God, I'm going to stand in God. So the gangs are coming out and it's going to be havoc here on earth. So the question is, what about the rich people? Some of the rich people are going to be going to go into bunkers, but when they come out, they're going to drive cars like this. Yes, these cars, the sales of these cars are going up, guys. Like a lot of full armor cars are being sold. And you wonder why. Why are they selling those cars? It's because the elite know that the time will come whereby after the rapture there will be havoc on earth. It's going to be banana republics across the world. So they buy these cars. That's why it has a pepper spray, it has tear gas, it has. What do you think all of these things are for? Why are they putting them in these cars? They're not putting them to protect the occupants in the cars from bears and leopards. No, they're putting in them there to protect themselves from people. Why? Because it's going to be a banana republic. People are going to try to steal and kill and shoot at you. So you buy, it's better to buy these cars in beforehand. And then please guys, do not watch this man. He's called Bear Grylls. The Lord says this guy misleads people a lot. And mind you, this is for the people who are going to be left behind when the rapture happens. When you go into the mountains, you go there not knowing anything. If you watch this man right now and take what he's showing you, you are going to be doomed. So this is not the man that you're supposed to watch when it comes to learning how to survive in the wilderness and stuff. Stop watching this man. He eats frogs without cooking them. He will get you killed. He drinks his own pee. All of the things that he does, they are not good. The person that you're supposed to watch, the first one is this guy right here. I think his name is Luke. I think it's Tommy or Luke, between the two. And he has a YouTube channel called the Outdoor Boys. Okay, so if you want to know how to survive in the wilderness, more especially in America or in like cold places like Authentica or something, this guy is the one who gives you the best information on how to fish, how to set up camp, how to track animals, how to hunt. This guy is the guy that you're supposed to watch. And mind you guys, please download his videos and store them on a USB, or store them somewhere so that when you are out there in the wilderness and you forgot how to do certain things, you can just watch the content and you can do what he told to, he shows you how to do. He will show you what to do when you watch the videos. So this guy, his name I think is Luke. He's the one you're supposed to watch. I'm not saying that you guys, all of you are going to be left behind, but a lot of you are going to be left behind. So when you're left behind, run into the wilderness. Go into the wilderness, and once you're there, make sure that you've watched his videos and you've saved up his videos so you know how to survive in the wilderness, because surviving in the wilderness is not easy. It's very, very hard. So if you need information on how to go about how to survive in the wilderness, he's the best person you can watch. Not Bear Grylls, but him. He will also teach you how to make food. He'll also teach you how to cook, campfire food. So this guy is the best person to watch. And then the second guy that the Lord said I should tell you guys to watch is a guy who's similar to him, but unlike Luke, he goes to different places, different climates. So he is also like Luke, but in a different way. And that guy, I don't even know his name, but it's this guy right here. So he goes across the world, working with tribes, and they show him how they hunt and how they eat and how they live. And I don't know his name, but you can watch. I think the Ultimate Survivor or Ultimate Survival, something like that. You'll find his show on Net Geo Wild, and he basically will show you how to survive in different environments like Africa, like the Amazon, if you're from like Brazil or South America, like cold places like the Authentica, so he'll give you a many perspectives on how to survive in different areas. So if you are born in Indonesia and then you are left behind after the rapture, he will guide you on how to survive in a climate, that you get in like Indonesia. That's why he goes around, it's living with his tribes. So I encourage you guys, download his videos, watch them, save them, so that when the rapture happens and you're left behind, you can be able to go into the wilderness and you can be able to survive for the longest time. Because once you're there, all you need to know is to know that if you stay in the wilderness and you glorify the Lord and you ask for forgiveness, you might probably make it. But if you are going to be among the people in the city and stuff, the pressure is going to be 10 times more, because they're going to switch off your electricity. You won't be able to drive any car. They're going to put you under pressure to a point whereby you'll feel as if, the only way for me to survive is to join them. But when you're in the wilderness, you'll be good. and you'll be praise the Lord, and you'll have enough money, enough food to eat. So guys, please do not be deceived by people who tell you that if you live in sin and you die in sin, you'll still make it into heaven. If you die in sin, or if you choose to not give your life to Jesus Christ, you will be left behind after the rapture. More especially women who choose to pursue vanity like makeup, high heels, fake hair. Those things will make you to be left behind. So please, guys, wake up. Jesus Christ is Lord. He's the way, the truth, and the life. I pray that you guys support this channel, and also I pray that you guys support other channels that are like mine. We as Christians need to start supporting each other. When you guys support me, I also send the money forward to support other Christian content, so that we can be stronger together. So without further more to do, thank you so much, guys, for watching.